Hello and welcome. My name is Jonathan van der Veen. Today I want to present an add-on to you called FSFerryPilot that I've been working on for the past months. This add-on is meant for Flight Simulator 2020 and it is meant to give you the experience of a ferry pilot in the simulator. I want to show you the UI, show you around, and talk to you about some of the functionality. So if you start the add-on up, it will look like this. It will allow you to select a user or a pilot. Um, right now I have two, and I'll show you. If you click new user, you can easily create a new one. Just type in a name, uh, and you'll need a starting location, which is identified by an ICAO code. I live near Amsterdam, so let's go with Echo Hotel Alpha Mike. As you can see, it filters a list to search as you type, and if you select the airport you want, you can then create your new user. I won't do that right now, so I'll just cancel out and I'll use the demo pilot for now. I click on the OK button and the app starts. This is the main UI. It consists of 4 tabs: select flight, current flight, the pilot log, and an options tab. When you do not have a current flight, it will start up in the select flight tab, and it consists of 3 columns. 2 of them are designed to filter the flights, and the final column displays the flights that you can do. So let's say we want to select an aircraft. We can, for example, select the DA40. It will only show flights with the DA40. If I then say, okay, maybe I'm also interested in flying a Cessna 172, it will add those flights as well. If I click it again, those flights get removed, and you only have flights for the selected aircraft in this list. You can filter on distance. You can just type in a number. Let's say I want to go below 1,000 miles, get less flights. And you can also filter on flight types. So when we're talking about flight types, the idea behind this is that every flight type has different ways of generating departure and destination. For example, a delivery flight will originate in a factory airport and fly to a random destination, where an air show will always have the same destination, the destination of the air show, but the departures might be a factory or maybe even a random airport. We're also looking to extend these, for example, fly to airport storage facilities, have flights that go back to the factory for big maintenance, go to big maintenance hubs. We might look for big paint facilities, stuff like that. We're also thinking about maybe looking at data getting from the secondhand market, where aircraft get bought and sold. Once you have filtered down to the number of flights that you like, you see something that you want to fly, you can then start flying it. You also have the free flying button. So if you want to you want to fly from A to B without a mission, because for example, you need to get to the pickup airport first, for example, then you can do that. Or you maybe want to build hours, you use the free flying button. Let's say I don't want to do that right now. I just want to fly this mission, for example. I can click the fly this button. This brings you to the current flight tab. There's a couple of buttons. You need to connect to the sim. You can then disconnect from the sim, and you can also cancel the flight. If you cancel the flight, you just get back to the select flight. This is no longer your current flight. Connect to the sim obviously connects us to Flight Simulator. We'll do that in a moment. Down here you see your departure, you see your destination, you see the status of the connection. So we're not ready right now. And below here you see a couple of properties from the flight as well. So the aircraft required for this flight is a Diamond aircraft DA40NG, which at this point is not selected in the sim. So it will, even if we're not connected, it will say, hey, this is not good. It will show you the current aircraft in the sim, which there is none. And it will also show you the location, the departure location, the current location that your player is in, where the pilot is right now. So we're at Schiphol, and what location you have selected in the sim. So I'll connect to the sim, and as you can see, I am currently at Schiphol, and the sim is running in the background right now, but I've selected the wrong aircraft. So we can go in and fix that by going here, click ready to fly. We actually go back to main. Just have to wait a little bit. Always a bit awkward to show these in demos, and then we go world map. I'll just select Schiphol again, and I'll select, I don't know, a gate somewhere, doesn't matter. And we select the DA40, ENG, and that's basically for now. Oh, I'm sorry. Basically for now, that's what we need to do. Let's not spawn into a runway right now. We can press fly. Normally, you would obviously have to make sure you have enough fuel and do your weight and balance. But for this demo, we'll simply want to show you that if you select the right aircraft, this will work. It's loading in the sim. Always takes a lot longer when you're doing a demo than if you're just waiting for it to load on your own. Click this, and if we then go here, now this is in green, and you can start a flight because it says it's ready. The checks have succeeded. We can start flying. Uh, when you're flying, it will track your flight. It will also create a pilot's log, and I'll talk to you about that in a little bit. But first, let me reload the app with my own profile, so I can also show you the log. So I've reloaded the app with my own profile. I have some data in the pilot's log, so I can show you how that works and what it does. The pilot log shows you some statistics. It shows you the total time. For example, I logged almost 14 hours with the app active. It will also show you per category uh, how many time you have on that category. So in this case, I only flew the DA40, which is single engine piston, so all that time is on the single engine piston. But if I would fly other categories, that time would obviously get distributed among these categories. And then below here, you can see my actual log. So it has start date, end date, departure, the destination, what aircraft I've flown, and the actual flight time. A couple of things to note here is that the logbook will log your hours based on the simulation time. That means if you choose to accelerate the simulation rate, uh, it will take the simulation time. So if you fly this at times 4, time will fly by 4 times as fast. Also, the time that you get logged. So you would have 5 minutes of times 4 would be 20 minutes in the log. I've done that because ferry flying tends to be long flights, and during these flights, not a lot might happen, which would be kind of boring, and we want to keep things fun. Another thing to note is that this logging goes automatic. It starts according to the FAA definitions. So it starts when The aircraft is moving under its own power with the intention to go flying, and it stops at engine shutdown. So that's what gets logged in this log. Another thing you might notice is, why do I have these categories? Well, when you want to select flights, or even when you go free flying, you're not allowed to do all these categories right off the bat. You first need a certain amount of total time to actually get into a certain category. So if you fly, uh, if you have no total time, low time, you will only be allowed to fly single engine piston. And after a while, you can then do multi-engine piston, single engine turboprop, and then go to multi-engines, etc. Another restriction that you have is, you're not allowed to do huge distances with low time on a type. So you need a certain amount of hours to actually get the longer flights. That's just to make it a little bit more fun, and to actually motivate you to get to know your aircraft by having more experience on them. And then finally, we have the options tab. And the options tab right now only has one option. You can also turn off the fact that you have to fly from aircraft to aircraft to actually pick up an aircraft from airport to airport. So you would put this on, and every time you select a flight, it's a new flight, and you would be automatically teleported to the new location, basically. Uh, so that concludes the demo. I hope you found it interesting. If you have any suggestions, any feedback, if you're interested in using this app, please leave a comment, and I'll get back to you.